Hi, I'm Dr. Bruce Betts from the Planetary Society, and here's some quick information about Comet ISON. Comet ISON, more formally known as Comet C 2012 S1, was predicted early on, or at least media reports said it would be the comet of the century and be super, super bright. But will it be super bright or super lame? Well, probably somewhere in between. Here's some basic information, including how you can see it. Let's start with where it's coming from. It's on an orbit that's coming from really far out in the solar system, out at what's called the Oort cloud, and then it's coming in, and what's really interesting about it is it's a sun grazer. It's going to get very close to the sun. So it's actually coming from above the plane of the planets, the plane of the solar system, and then it will go very close to the sun, and you can see its orbit shown in blue in this diagram. It actually gets closer to the sun than one solar diameter away from the sun, and then it heads back out, probably never to return again. How bright will Comet ISON be? Well, we're not sure, because it's very hard to predict how bright comets will get, because it depends on exactly what they're made of, how they're put together, how much ice and dust comes off and forms the coma and tail that we can see easily. So right now, in early November, it's visible in telescopes and maybe binoculars, and certainly binoculars as we go through November. Then it gets close to the sun in November 28th. So during November, if you're looking, use an instrument, an optical instrument, and look in the pre-dawn east. When it is past its close approach to the sun, first we have to figure out whether it survived and whether it brightened or vaporized. And then we look again in the pre-dawn east, and as December progresses, it will actually, for Northern Hemisphere observers, also be visible after sunset in the west, and then it will actually be up almost most of the night as we get into late December and early January. But by then it may have faded and be back to being a telescopic object. We don't know. That's the exciting part about comets. Will it hit the Earth, as you may have heard? No, it won't even come close. Venus comes closer to the Earth than Comet ISON will. But it will be a spectacular astronomical event one way or the other. Keep up with it, and you can do that by checking out some of these places, like planetary.org, my Twitter feed @randomspacefact, or checking out my undergraduate class on Introduction to Planetary Science at planetary.org/BettsClass, where you can learn more about comets in general. Thank you, and good night.